guys, welcome back to my December daily. I have day 18 here to share with you today, and I am going to be doing day 18 through 25 in a series. So you'll see one video a day for the next several days, and then my December daily will be complete. I am trying to wrap this project up because I would like to start on some new things. So I just wanted to do it this way so that you guys could see the final portions of the album and I just didn't skip any days. So I think the last several videos will most likely be voiceovers, but we'll have to just kind of play it by ear and see how they go. So now I'm just mounting the smaller photo on a piece of white cardstock, and then I had a scrap of this paper from the Ali Edwards kit that I wanted to add here, and it tied in really nicely with the 3x4 card right there on the right hand side that I'm pointing to. And on that card I'm just going to do some journaling. First I'm going to play with some embellishments. I think I'm going to be using some silver embellishments on this page. I like this banner here, but it's kind of touching her face and I wasn't sure if I really liked it being so close, like pointing up towards her cheek. So I'm going to end up in the end changing that out. But right now I'm going to play with these stars, and these are the ones that I had made with the vellum and the silver sparkly embossing powder. I'm going to end up putting 2 stars on that top right journaling card, and then I'm going to add 2 stars on the top left of that 4x6 photo. And I'm still playing with that banner, but ultimately it is going to come off. It's just a little too much down there. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I put a vellum star and I put a little chipboard sparkly star from the Ali Edwards kit there. So I'm trying in another banner. I think the straight one looks a little bit better, but it was just a bit too much, and I just like the stars up there in the left-hand corner. So now I'm getting everything glued down on this top left card, and I know this pattern paper is going in the opposite direction that it normally would, but you don't see a lot of it. It's pretty abstract, and it doesn't really bother me that it is going kind of sideways. So I'm just going with it. I really wanted to use this scrap because I liked the look of it with the journaling card like I had mentioned earlier, so I just kept it that way even though it was sideways. I'm going to end up stapling these little guys down with the tiny attacher, and then I'll use a little bit of glue for the chipboard star and attach that there, and I think that fits perfectly on that little space above my daughter's arm there. And then I'm going to play with that for a bit before I get it just right. I'm going to add a piece of washi right here underneath this picture between the 2 layers just to give it a little separation. I think sometimes if you don't have that little ribbon or another little piece of paper, it looks a little funny, and I think this really helps it become more cohesive by putting the strip here. So I'm just gluing this down. I'm tucking it a little bit behind that little photo, and of course because the photo is glued down it's a little difficult, so I'm gonna mess with this for a bit before I get it tucked under there just right. But I'm going to peel it up a bit, stick that down finally, hopefully. I could have made the tails a bit longer, been a bit easier, but you know, I like to do things the hard way apparently. So I just tucked those little tails underneath the ends of the photo, and that is done. For these I'm just going to staple them down, but I'm going to journal first. I did this journaling on my computer. I just typed it out on the computer, printed it through on a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, and then I stuck my journaling card on top just where the printer was and then ran it through again. So that's how I got that journaling on there in that space. I'm just going to staple the star here with the tiny attacher. Once I get it in position. And then I'm going to work on this top card. Now I did end up adding some things here. They were okay. I'm not sure if I really like it in the end, but I needed something else up in the top of that card. So I'm going to sit here and look through some of my chipboard stickers, trying to figure out if that's what I want to use, going through my ephemera and some of the die cuts that came in the Snow and Cocoa pack. Now I'm looking at these stamps, and I'm thinking about stamping something at the top, and I'm going to try it out, and I'm just really not going to like how it ends up looking. I'm going to try the Versamark and do some stamping and embossing, and it's just looked funny. So I ended up just hand writing the word Denali, which is my kitty cat's name, and I just used a silver pen and just did some fancy lettering. Sorry about that, that's my phone. So I did some fancy lettering. I'm just trimming this out and I'm just going to stick it up there. I'm putting little fishtail banners on either side, and that is going to be good to go for that top card. Like I said, it probably isn't my favorite embellishment. Probably a cream color or something would have looked better, but it's just, you know, it is what it is and it's going to stay that way. And I wanted to put something up there. I just couldn't find anything in my stash that seemed to look right. So this is what it ends up being. So I believe I'm just going to glue this down with a little bit of adhesive, and then that card is going to be done. The last thing I'm going to do to the page is put day 18 on the bottom right of that 4x6 photo, and I'm going to use these silvery glittery thickers, and I really like these. I'm glad I added them to my album. I think they add a nice touch because of the silver embossing that I use. So I'm going to end up trying out the 18 on this sticker and then on the vellum, and I'm going to ultimately like the vellum better. I thought it was a little bit too heavy to have it on the white sticker, so I'm going to punch a circle out of that white or that clear vellum or that translucent vellum and use that. So that is pretty much it. I'm just going to get that down on the page. I believe I'm going to just put a little bit of glue behind the numbers, and then this page is pretty much going to be done. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this series. I will have day 19 up tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you a bit later. Bye-bye.